Hey guys, I'm here at the World Blockchain Summit with the co-founder of Solidus. So we're going to have an interview to see the progress of the Solidus and to learn more about it and the future plans and as much as more we can get from this interview.
Yes.
Cool, thank you for your time and for the opportunity.
Absolutely.
So how is Solidus doing until now?
Yeah, so we're currently in our public round where we have 5.47 million to raise from private retail investors. The other 20 million has been allocated specifically to institutional investors, venture capitalists and family offices. We only recently opened out to those types of organisations at the beginning of this round because we wanted to build a community first. So it then was more appealing for those types of entities to then see we have grown. We have thousands of investors and it's just more attractive for them to then jump in at this point. It's kind of a chicken and egg situation because we took a risk in building the private retail sector community first. Some private retail investors won't invest unless they see VC backing, but at the same time some VCs want to see private retail backing. You have a strong community before they invest. But I wanted to give this particular opportunity, especially in particular the private round, because being an investor myself, I started investing back in 2015 when I bought my first Bitcoins, and to get involved in a private round without having VC money is very difficult unless you know the founders of the company. So I wanted to give the private round to retail investors that don't have VC money, and off the back of that we've actually built a very strong solid community of over 2,000 investors, and so we're kind of giving back to people that don't necessarily have that big backing or big money, and it's worked well for us. So we're now opening up to VCs. We're obviously here in Dubai. The reason why we come here is because there's a lot of money here. And
here's the central hub of crypto space, so it's the best place.
Yes, definitely, and we've had a lot of interest so far. We have scheduled meetings. We actually had a VC investment yesterday, and yeah, so the plan's going well, and yeah, we're glad to be here. We've made some very good connections, partnerships as well, not just funding, but we've also made some good partnerships with some entities that want to work alongside us to help us achieve our goals. So it's been a worthwhile trip so far.
I think it's very important because you are here, and most of the projects, you know, they don't know people, the people who are behind the project.
Yeah, no, of course.
So you are here, the team is there presented on the banner, so everybody can learn more and can see that there is real people there working on this project, because, you know, through internet sometimes it's like...
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, like, there are projects that don't have like a docs team. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad project.
Exactly.
Some people don't like being in the limelight, but I think the majority of them are probably hiding for a reason. It doesn't mean it's not a good project, but I think the majority of the time it means it's not. However, we have nothing to hide. We're a very transparent and open project, and yeah, we're happy to meet with people, and it does help to build the trust and credibility of what we are looking to do as well.
Perfect. And what I always look for interesting and promising and also unique projects on the space, and about what you are providing with the Solidus AI services. In the way that you're providing, I haven't seen any other competitor out there in the space, so it means some privileges also for your project.
Yeah, so I mean, look, the artificial intelligence market is growing exponentially on a daily basis. The growth compound rate of AI at the moment, the market is at 40.8% per annum. They expect the market to be worth $1 trillion by 2028. It's nowhere near worth that at the moment, so there is huge growth potential in this particular area, and combining artificial intelligence with cryptocurrency, another growing sector, is a real good combination. So we expect to be very successful. Our main objective is to list in the very near future, and we want to achieve our first milestone is $1 billion market cap is really where we want to be, and then once we reach that we'll then want to go beyond it, but one thing at a time. But we're very happy to be in this space. There are some other artificial intelligence based tokens out there that I've come across, but what I find is they're more AI as a service types of projects. They don't actually have the HPC power linked to that. So we're offering two services, the AI as a service and then also the high performance computing power which actually powers the AI. So we have both services available on our platform that we're currently in the process of building.
Perfect. And the most important is that it's not a company which is starting now. You're definitely now in the development stage, and you're going through phases, but you are since as Solidus technology since 2017.
Yeah.
You are already in the technology space.
Yeah, so in the grand scheme of things, we're not new kids on the block. We established the company back in 2017 as Ethereum miners, and we don't see vision in mining Ethereum for many more years, which is why we've now decided to shift our focus on artificial intelligence as a service, and also using our 8,000 square foot data center that we've built to now house thousands of HPC servers to generate the HPC power, which will power the infrastructure as a service platform and the AI as a service software applications that we'll be offering. So that's pretty much why we shifted the focus onto artificial intelligence. It makes sense. It's a growing market, and we're not, we're not too far from the beginning of it. There's many more years to come. There's a lot more growth that we can achieve in this particular sector, and like I said before, linking it to cryptocurrency as well is a real good combination.
Awesome. I would like to hear more information about the partnerships that we have, the existing ones and the future ones, and what are the perspectives about this, because we know that as more expansion and partnerships that you have in the space, there will be more utility of the token, and you have more potential of the whole project. Yeah, so
co-founder Adrian Stoica, he owns two very successful companies in Romania. He owns Soft Galaxy International, software development company. They have a very, very long list of corporate clients that need and will use our AI services when we go live. And he also owns a research and development company called Optoelectronica. And they make a lot of things for like helicopters and lasers and things like that. So they also have a lot of clients that work within the defense sector and governmental authorities. So instantly, when our platform goes live, we can open up the book of his clients to utilize our services. Some of the partnerships we can't disclose right now because they're entities that work in the defense sector and governmental authorities that don't necessarily want to be associated with an ICO raise. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? So they want to use our services, but they're not necessarily they're wanting to be involved in an ICO project. So that's why we can't disclose them at the moment. But there are many partnerships there. We're not reliant just on Adrian's existing client database. We will also spend money and employ a team specifically to do brand awareness and marketing for the types of services that we're going to be offering, so that we can branch out even more and really utilize all of the power that we're going to be generating from our HPC center, and also the AI as a service software applications that we'll be able to offer. We have a research and development team that are constantly working on new software applications that we can house on our platform when it goes live.
Awesome. And until when is the ICO now?
So currently we're in the public sale. We've raised around 6.5 million US dollars. We really have our soft cap's 8.1. We've superseded it really if you include the EU grant that Soft Galaxy got accepted for. But we're not comfortable in putting that on the website yet until, of course, we've drawn down the first proportion of the funds, which we have been informed will be within 40 days. Actually 45 days, but that was last week. So around 40 days we should be able to draw down, and those funds will go towards the ventilation, HPC servers, salaries and things like that, also building our infrastructure as a service platform. So it kind of gives us a head start to building out what we've set out to achieve. Anything above the 8.1 million will actually just allow us to operate on a greater scale. So 8.1 means that we'll operate very low scale, but we can operate as a business. But to achieve our vision of being one of the largest HPC centres in Europe, we want to get as close to the 42.8 million as possible. And really any funds beyond the 8.1 will just mean that we can buy more HPC servers and cabinets, we can service more contracts, and then generate more revenue for the company. So that's pretty much where we are at the moment. we're not going to get to the 42.8 with private retail funds. That's why we've now reached out to the bigger investors, the VCs and institutions, and they will really help us to get towards that hard cap, and we hope to hit it in the coming months.
Awesome, awesome. And anything else that you would like to add, to share to our audience?
Yeah, so like things that we have in place for our existing investors and any new investors that come on board with the project is that we have a staking pool that we're building currently. So when we do go live, 1 month after listing, our investors will be able to receive the first third of their tokens, because we have a 3-month vesting schedule with a 1-month cliff, and they'll be able to start staking their tokens to earn rewards. The reason behind this is that we want our community to stay engaged with the project and not sell their tokens, because that will affect the price of our token and our market cap.
Yeah, a pump and dump and create uncertainty and security. And
exactly that, and more importantly, the real value won't come until the data center is operational, and we actually then start to announce partnerships that we have in place. That's when the real value in the token price will come in, because whilst we're developing the platform, not much is going to be happening from outside. You know, it's all going to be working behind the scenes, building and establishing new partnerships and all of that kind of stuff. So the real value will be after we've actually gone live and we start announcing those partnerships. So,
by the way, when is going to be ready the service, the AI services and computing power services?
So providing we raise all of the funds by the end of May and we list early June, I anticipate that within 12 to 18 months we should actually have everything bought, installed, operational, and then we'll then start servicing contracts. But I would say really to be at full capacity, it's going to take a couple of years from when we raise all of the funds. Another benefit.
We'll take around 12 months to be able to start providing service to the companies, entities.
So as soon as we put the first proportion of HPC servers live, we can then sell those services in terms of the power straight away. We don't need the infrastructure as a service platform live for us to be able to sell power. Really, the infrastructure as a service platforms for like outside clients that don't know about our project. Internal clients that we already have access to can use it. It's when we start the marketing, they want to be able to go to a platform where they can see what we offer service-wise. So that will be for more like future partnerships and stuff like that. So we could actually start generating shortly after we have the funds, as soon as we go live with some of the HPC servers. Another benefit that we've got for our investors is that when someone uses the token to buy the services, they will get a discount on the services, and then we'll then burn a proportion of those tokens used to purchase the services on our burn program. So we're going to be constantly reducing the circulation supply. So the goal is that we have 10 billion tokens in circulation, and we want to reduce that to 5 billion tokens over time.
That's good.
We will accept fiat as a form of payment. You won't get a discount for using fiat, but ultimately we can do buybacks. So we can use the fiat to buy the token, to buy the service, and we can still burn the proportion of them quarterly, reducing again the circulation supply. So that's the plan.
Very good, very good, perfect. And like anything else because I interrupted you and so.
No, it's absolutely fine. So we have some other plans, but we haven't announced them to the community just yet. So we're building some NFTs, but they're not like your average pixel NFT. These are like 3D artificial intelligence metabots that are going to be taken into the metaverse in the future. So there's a lot of things that we're working on in the background, but in order to be whitelisted for a metabot, we're not launching many of them. You have to be an investor in the project, so you would have to invest a minimum of $500, then you can then get whitelisted for a metabot. So within the coming months we'll be launching them. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to be whitelisted, they need to own at least a minimum of $500 worth of ATEC tokens. But they're not ready, but they're very, very close and they're looking really good. And you'll be able to stake them to earn rewards as well whilst the metaverse is being built, so that you have a bit of a utility there. And also, if you're staking them, each quarter that you stake them, you'll earn an extra attribute for the MetaBot. So if you stake them for the 6 quarters, the 18 months, you'll earn 6 attributes to then go into the metaverse. So, you know, night vision goggles, gas tanks, guns, there's many different things that you can earn to then take into the metaverse. So it just makes it more exciting, means that people will stake them to earn rewards in ATEC tokens, but they're also going to be earning attributes as well to then go into the metaverse with.
Awesome, awesome. I want to thank you very much for this interview.
No problem. Thank you.
And I wish you the best. Guys, links you're going to find below the video and description in the comments for the Solidus iTech website and the social media to follow them to keep up with the new content, new release and everything about the project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Janice.
I wish you the best.
Thank you.